to this live stream. You may be watching this at another time, and that is fine. I titled this Knowledge is Freedom. And if we bring things to a focus from the infinity of what is at this moment and just focus on one aspect, which is that when we are aware, then we have more freedom to make choices that are really part of our free will choices. When we're not aware, then we don't have the information for us to really know and to choose from. So I'll give you an example just to make it simple. As a kid, you're thinking about, okay, what occupation can I have? How do I see myself as an adult? What am I going to do when I grow up, for example? And you only know that, okay, what you've seen. Oh, my dad is an engineer. My mom is a secretary. I know you can be a teacher. I've gone to the doctor. Maybe I saw something on TV. They're astronauts, right? That's the knowledge I have. So that's the kind of pool I can choose from. But perhaps you didn't even know that there was an area of occupation that really fits your interests. Maybe my interest is I just love flowers. I love to look at flowers, examine flowers, and smell them and notice the difference of the flowers. And you don't realize that, yeah, there's an occupation of being like I don't even know what it's called, but like using flowers to heal, to make fragrances. There's knowledge would give you the opportunity to make those choices. If you don't know that, then you decide, okay, yeah, I'll just be a teacher because that's one of the choices I know I have. And I think, that will be okay to be a teacher because I've got to choose something, right? But not accessing greater knowledge to know that my love of flowers could be a really a successful occupation. I just have to, you just have to get the knowledge to know that. And this also goes into understanding where truth comes from, where truth lies. The inner knowingness of yourself. I love flowers. I love to study the way their petals are. I love the fragrances. I love to compare them. That is genuine truth coming from within, right? That truth is going to guide you to greater truth. And as you seek the knowledge, it will come to you. Asking people about flowers and going into the internet and seeking, or going to the library and seeking, or but you come from the inside truth that is within yourself. Then you seek the knowledge and it comes to you. Now, the reason I'm bringing up this knowledge is freedom is because the knowledge is going to be coming in more and more. Information is going to be coming in more and more. Already information is coming in more and more. I actually would love for you to see my last video. I can't even remember the name of it right now, but if you go into my channel, you'll see a video that was talking about rainbow people. That's what the name of it was, rainbow people. You will get a little bit more insight and grounding to this video as well. So the knowledge that we are getting may also be upsetting. We have been in a programming for generations and generations, and this programming makes us turn away from anything that feels uncomfortable. And it's not so terribly unnatural because our feelings guide us into our higher joy, our greater expansion. And it's almost like that hot cold game that you play as a child. You know, you hide something and then you have people look for it, and as they're getting closer to it, you say, you're hot, you're hot, you're getting hot. And as they turn away and get further away from it, oh, you're cold, you're colder, you're colder now. So that's what feelings are too. When feelings alert us to something uncomfortable, it is saying that you're missing the mark. There's some knowledge. There's something you've got to know. And when we're in our peace, we're in the flow. We're in the flow. So when we feel that uncomfortableness, we're outside of the flow. We're outside of what we need to know. And so then if we just ignore or shut down because it's something we're afraid of, then we are still outside of the flow. We're just like asleep outside of the flow, right? We just shut down. We just like numbed ourselves outside of the flow. So if there's something that is uncomfortable, some knowledge that comes that is disturbing, we embrace it with the beautiful sky blue light, which is the truth energy. Just embrace it with that until we see the truth through that information. So it's staying with it, staying with the uncomfortable feeling, staying with being present instead of running away. You know, don't go for that drink or that drug to numb yourself out, but stay with it and embrace it with the blue light energy of truth. The blue, like this, blue sky, light energy of truth, and stay with it. Breathe with it. Your peace, that inner silence, comes from being aware, staying alert, taking in the information that you have, and allowing for it to give you the knowledge, the information that you need for yourself. This divine truth to come through. So take a deep breath. Feel that breath. That is the life force going through you, flowing through you. Your life force is always flowing through you. Allow yourself to be aware. Allow yourself to take in even information that's very uncomfortable and embrace it with this beautiful blue light that is the light of truth. And truth is love, and love is warm and wonderful and peace and just amazing. So allow the blue light of truth to embrace the uncomfortable feelings until the truth becomes your knowledge. The truth becomes your awareness. And then the all things melt into a peacefulness. So there's lots of information coming at us. It's not all true, but the truth, embracing it, will seep out the truth and will rinse away the garbage pieces as well. So there really is truth in everything, and there can be lots of garbage cluttered and clinging on to these bits of truth. So you have to allow that light blue light of truth to embrace and hold till it releases. And you will know when you're experiencing truth because you will come to a peace, a calmness, an experience of love and warmth within you. And, as you, I'm just going to try something out here. As you experience that peace and calm and warm experience, then you're in your flow. You're just in your flow. So a lot of craziness occurs with our internet, with our a lot of craziness is occurring, and I just now connected in to this YouNow streaming as well that I have live. And technology has been giving us a lot of quirky experiences. So the feeling that comes from the quirks that happen with this technology, it can be frustration. But just like I was saying, frustration is another uncomfortable feeling. Just keep that uncomfortable feeling and embrace it with the light blue of truth, to allow the truth to actually melt away the disturbances. So thank you for becoming a fan. Thank you for being present here. We're really looking at how knowledge is freedom and how we access knowledge in a sea of distortions. There is a sea of distortions around us. But going into yourself and being present and feeling the feelings that you have will guide you into what is really true. And truth is something that comes to you in a knowingness. You may not necessarily know how to express it, but you will feel the calm, you will feel the warmth, you will feel the knowingness. Your experience is your knowingness, right? And when you are experiencing uncomfortable feelings, that's giving you some knowledge. That's giving you some awareness and some alertness to something isn't truthful here. Something is a distortion here. So you accept that uncomfortable feeling, stick with it, embrace it with a blue light of truth, like Archangel's sword of truth, right? And allow it to just marinate in this blue light of truth until the distortions pull out and you get to this calm knowingness of what is. Now, the way you may express what is may be different how another person expresses that truth of what is. And it's fine. It's part of the diversity, it's part of the rainbowness of who we are. So just allow, appreciate, and continue to embrace with the light, divine light of truth. So I'm so grateful to connect with people, and this connection is about stimulating the truth that's within you, so that we experience this peace, we experience this harmony, we experience this flow together in life. And that doesn't mean we all think alike. It doesn't mean we all have the same preferences, or we look alike, or we sound alike. It doesn't mean any of that. It's like walking into a beautiful field of flowers. They are all so different. They are all so unique, and they can require different things. And that's what makes the beauty, is the diversity. But they are all living truthfully. They are all living according to Mother Nature. And that is what brings us our peace, is when we accept our experience and be fully present in your own experience, and being grateful for your experience as we go. And then there's just a flow. There's a flow. And I want to read thank you so much, Euro Coach. I am doing live streamings on YouTube as my main piece, concurrently with doing this live streamings on YouNow. And everything is under the star seeds capture, so that people can connect to the deeper truth of who they are. And we are infinite divine light expressions, unique expressions of the divine, as souls living in this human experience as part of our soul growth. And when we understand the truth of the infinity of who we are, then we actually get more out of this experience in the earth life. And harmonizing with Mother Earth is part of that soul growth experience. So knowledge is freedom. When you know, when you connect into that knowledge, which is what you experience, you come into the flow, and you are in the freedom of being able to make choices to expand even broader, to expand even more into abundance and joy and love. And sometimes that knowledge is uncomfortable. You'll find out about things that you weren't aware of and that are really disturbing. But now that you are aware of, you have that knowledge, you have that freedom to make choices to either go along with or to not go along with. Basically, say no to stuff that you don't want in your world or in your life. So this is how knowledge is freedom. And when you know that you are this infinite, divine being that is a unique expression of the divine, that knowledge of that power is so strong that you don't feel coerced into anything. So that is freedom, when you are not feeling coerced into anything, but that you can choose what is for your highest and best good, which is ultimately for the highest and best good of everyone. When you are in that knowingness, that knowledge of yourself as a starseed, as a unique expression of the infinite divine, the most powerful of all. You are an expression of the wholeness and the fullness. You are a, um, a ray of the divine love, and the power that makes everything happen, makes life existing. When you are aware of yourself as the fullness of who you are, that knowledge gives you ultimate freedom. And it's the kind of knowledge that I think our founding fathers in the United States had. You know, when they said, live free or die, right? Live free or die, knowing that there is no death. There's what seems to be disappearance from the earth, right? But your soul is so powerful and infinite and strong as a unique expression of the divine that there is really nothing that can stop you, nothing that can hold you down. Then you can experience your freedom when you have that knowledge. It's letting go of the programming. It's allowing for the information that you've gotten, the information in your head, in your mind, in your subconscious, allow it to be saturated, marinated with the divine blue light of truth, so that those falsenesses, those misinterpretations, those lies, those jingles, those programmings can just seep out, and you can just stay in truth. So here's an exercise for you. Look at a clear blue sky. Feel that clear blue sky as your mind. There's so much light. There's so much joy. There's so much peacefulness in that clear blue sky. So in that clear blue sky, perhaps a little cloud, a thought, wanders through it. You can just observe it as this beautiful little cloud. And you can laugh at it. You can give it a shape. You can give it a meaning if you want. Or you could just let it go like a little puff of cloud as it is. And that mind of the clear blue that can just observe the thoughts coming and going, laugh at them. Maybe I want to give this one some meaning. Oh, it looks like a rabbit, or whatever. But knowing that it's just a puff of thought in the clear blueness of truthfulness, then you have freedom. You really have freedom. So we can play with and have fun with the little thoughts that come through. And that's joyfulness. That's joyful playing. Just like watching the clouds go by, and oh, that looks like a train chasing the rabbit, and oh, it's the knowingness of the clear blue truth that gives you freedom. So these are images to help support your flow of freedom, abundance, and joy, and gratitude, and the peace that we all say we're seeking here in this earth experience. Yet, are we taking the actions, making the decisions to actually bring about that peacefulness that we are going for here? And technology is giving some issues here. And so I just have to deal with the technology issues that are here. And so the technology issues are what we deal with. It's not real. It's technology. It's our attempt to mimic what is real. And you have to go to my other YouTube video for this. But we are trying to mimic the real heart-net connection through what we call internet. So allow for the guidance you get from your experience to direct you to the real, direct you to the truth, direct you to your real life, earth life experience. So I'm going to say I'm grateful for everyone who has been here participating, listening in to the truth, feeling your entire beingness, listening to everything, observing everything that's around, embracing it with the blue light of truth to draw forth that which is true in what you're hearing and seeing, and to allow the distortions, the misinterpretations to just disintegrate. Allow your mind to be the clear blue sky and just observe those thoughts as they come and go. Extracting the truth as your knowingness and letting the rest dissipate. Go forth in this day with blessings, blessings, blessings.